Podcast. Hello and welcome to Mass Podcast. So in today's podcast, we're going to be talking about put them in a trance. Woo, that sounds interesting. Let's get started. We're going to go through the 5 essential keys to a successful and reusable marketing campaign launch. Ooh, that I want to know more. Once you have these basics down, you can use them over and over again. The 5 essential key is define your unique selling point. And this is so true. The USP, unique selling proposition. Your point, your proposition. What do you have to offer? What is unique? It's not asking you to compare with somebody else's, but what makes your service or your product unique? You need to define it. If you don't define it, nobody's going to care. Everybody's going to think if you have a product like, what am I going to think about now? I'm thinking of, for the toilet, cleaning up the toilet, a brush. Well, if you go and search for, okay, I'm going to go and looking at for those brushes. Well, if you don't have a unique selling proposition, then nobody is going to care. They're all going to look the same, or what makes it unique? That's what you got to figure it out. When you know it, then you can express it. Now, the second is put an effective sales offer to work. Always ask for that as well, because if you don't have something that will be triggering your prospect to say, you know what, it's a no-brainer, I'm going for it, then you're not going to go. They're just like, again, imagine a kid outside of an ice cream parlor drooling over the ice cream but never going in. That's not what you want. You want the kids to go inside and buy the ice cream. Same thing with your prospect. Avoid the marketing pitfalls. There is quite a few, so we will talk about that too. Use a world-class marketing perspective. We're gonna go in a little deeper on that too. And get a result. Because at the end of the day, what we want is the result. We want the sales. We want them to come and purchase. So we'll go through each one of these so you can see exactly how to use them and how they all affect the overall outcome of your marketing campaign, because those 5 essential keys are working together. So if you only have 1 or 2 or 3 and you're missing the others, you're not going to be able to do your conversion equation. You need the 5 of them. So first, you have to define your unique selling proposition. Yes. Take the time to ask yourself some questions from the perspective of the customer and client. And you know what? I say that a lot to clients and prospect. You have to put yourself in the shoes of your prospect or client. Because if you don't, then you don't have the experience. You always have to, like a role play. What is the role play? That will be great to know. Because if you do the role play, imagine yourself going for purchasing, let's use a car, because that's the easiest things that come to my mind right now. So when, excuse me, when you're selling a car, imagine for a sec, you are a car dealer. Then you really need to put your shoes into the customer side to understand how it works, because selling is one thing. I want to sell, I want to have my product to be successful, I want this and that. That's fine, that's not a problem. But look at the perspective of your prospect or your customers. That's what you have to look at. When you do this, then what would it take to get your attention? If you were the prospect of the customer, see, the role play, I love it, because you can have the best idea in the world. You can have the best services, the best product. But if you do not put yourself into the buyer's journey, then you're going to miss your clients. You're going to miss your sales. So What would it take to get your attention? What needs do you have that need to be met? Because you're going to meet that needs. What are the promises you want fulfilled? So for a car, let's say I want it reliable, I want something safe, I want economy, we're looking at gas, I want maybe a hybrid, I'm looking for efficiency, for something that doesn't break down if I'm buying one after 15 miles. I want something that really brings me the experience of traveling to the next level with my car. I want to be comfortable in that car. Okay? So look at what you want. Once you know the answer to these questions, you can start putting together a plan to meet these needs. That's what it's all about. And if you don't, ask your friends. Do a think tank, think group where people, you can ask questions and do a survey to figure it out what people need for your product. If you're selling a car, what are the needs of people? But think about yours as well. I know it's hard because when we're so close to our own product or services, it's hard to put ourselves into the prospect or the client's shoes. But you have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to miss the point. So, after you do the plan, then you take a look at what your unique selling proposition is in your competitor too, because you need to know what your competitor is doing or saying. Are you using to help you to develop your own unique selling point? You don't need to copy them or to compare to them, but at least it gives you an idea. How do they do that? What do they provide as a selling proposition? What is their USP? Well, your USP is what you are promising to your customer/client. So this is what's going to set you apart from your competition. You don't need to spew anything about your competitor, but you can utilize what they're already marketing and take it to your advantage and see what is your unique selling proposition. You can look at how it works. That's how you do. Now, put an effective sales offer to work, because that's the key number 2. To develop an effective sales plan, you need to, 1, put together a headline that gets immediate attention. Again, you need to interrupt, and that's always the headline. Same for a website, same for everything. Any commercial, anything. You need your headline. Interrupt. You need to stop me on the way. I stop on my track and I'm like, oh, I'm interested. What is this? Share the benefits of your product or service, speaking from the customer perspective. See? You don't speak from the seller. You are speaking from the customer perspective. That's what it's all about. So that's what you need to look at. So that's another thing. And that is essential as well. So, so that's one thing. Then, identify the specific needs met by your product or services. You got to pinpoint, guys. I want this problem off my hands, and you got the solution. So you need to identify the specific needs. So I know I'm going to buy that product. Make it easy to do business with you by offer guarantees. If you offer guarantees, and I talked about it on a previous podcast, some of the, product, and I'm going to go now jump into the healthcare product, beauty cosmetic, not a healthcare, but beauty and cosmetics. And some of them said the bottom of the jar, no question asked. We guarantee then you can use the entire product and return it, and we reimburse you, because we're so confident about our product that we're good. We are not. We know it's going to sell. We know you're not going to send it back to us, or there will be a minimum for it. So we guarantee that. Share your specific sales proposition. Okay, you have to share that, because if you don't, then they will not know. They're not going to come to you, because you need to, again, get a call to action. So this will help you. Now, walk your customer or client through how they should respond and act. That's another thing too. Then the last one is motivate with a call to action, because you need a call to action. Imagine for a minute, you got all of this, but you don't do a call to action for people to go to the next step. Then you're wasting your time. You're going to waste your prospect. What this all means is you need to put together what makes your product, services special and compel customer to buy. That makes sense, isn't it? If they don't feel like they need your product, they won't buy it. Okay, so you have to create that need. You need to answer a question, solve a problem, or feed an obsession. Yes, you have to do one of those. Answer a question, solve a problem, or feed an obsession. What is in trend? Let's talk about avoiding the marketing pitfalls, because a lot of things and a lot of people who look at marketing don't realize they're making some few mistakes along the way that doesn't resonate with their prospect, and they're missing those sales. So there are 5 major marketing pitfalls many businesses fall into and you should avoid. Ignore market testing and push on with an inaccurate plan. And offer an incomplete case or reasons through their marketing plan. Fail to notice the needs of their prospective customer or client. Fail to diversify their marketing options. Fail to get market opinion on their offers. These are all areas to avoid. If you have been working through these lessons, avoiding these pitfalls should be easy and natural. Use a world-class marketing perspective. So that's another interesting one too. World-class marketing perspective is important, especially if you want to attract customer client from all over the world. You can do this a number of different techniques and activities. Keep a marketing journal and scribble down anything innovative you see. Yeah, somebody creating something, an innovation, something that inspire you. Just write it down. Keep encouraging your marketing department or yourself to try new things and dump the ones that are not working. Because if that doesn't work, you can try over and over again. Doesn't mean you're going to get a different result. So dump what doesn't work. That works very well on SEO as well when you do a campaign. This is how you test and you adjust your campaign. Same thing here. Order from your own company under a different name and analyze the process of ordering, shipping, online store, customer service, and the product itself. This will show you where the areas for improvement in the customer experience. That is so true, because a lot of people, again, don't put their feet into the customer journey. You need that buyer journey experience, so you know what needs to be improved. And remember, even if you do this and you find some error or things that needs to be improved, that gives you the opportunity to course correct that. You don't need to be pissed off. You just have to realize, okay, lesson learned. Let's apply something new. Read every quality ad you can find and keep a file for future ideas to consider. That again is a good thing. Read every quality ad you can find and keep a file for future ideas to consider. When out in public, watch how customers behave in different situations and how they consider their purchase. When out in public, watch how consumers behave in different situations and how they consider their purchase. Be an observer. Step down a notch or two and work on the front line with your sales and customer service staff. See, this is the kind of things that will open your eyes. Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm going to stay in the back, stay in the back. No. You should be able to be upfront, work with your customer service, with your sales to see what reality is. Continuously acknowledge your staff, vendor, and customer. Everyone works and shop better when they feel appreciated. Always listen to feedback from employees and customers. You do, because your employees seeing it first, right? Continuously test market, ad, and marketing technique. This is the only way to stay successful in how what's working and, more importantly, what's not. Again, you go where the test goes. And we're evolving, we're changing very quickly. The test from the consumer change as well. So you need to be open for it. Offer more information in your marketing than anyone else. The more information you offer, the more product services you sell. A great marketing plan can only get better. Continue to fine-tune and refine your marketing plan based on testing result and feedback. Be classy in your marketing. Make sure your marketing and advertising fits your company image, product, service, and quality. It has to resonate you and your product. Improve your best marketing areas and drop those that aren't working. Again, focus on what you say, not how you say it. The best marketing ideas turn into the best marketing naturally. Develop all your ads, campaign, and sales material with an attention to compelling and factual information. Education. By using this technique, you can put your name out there to the world and become one of the top brands in your industry. Get result. The last area we're going to talk about is the best satisfying customer. If your customers are unsatisfied, you've wasted all your marketing resources and all chance of positive word of mouth advertising. You can satisfy your customer by providing quality product and services, providing high quality customer service, providing a low pressure, highly informative sales experience, taking all the risk away with a great guarantee. To generate more business, there are a couple of simple techniques that work every time. Build your database with a contest. Do regular mailing with sales discount and other incentive. Find other creative ways to keep your current customer coming back for more. Here's a little food for the thought from J. Abraham. As long as the reward is directly related to your product or services, you can't lose. Why not get started today? It is so simple, it's seldom done, and it's so profitable, and that's the bottom line. It is so simple, so why aren't you starting today? We can help you put together a great marketing plan that will get you results. Try or get it too, and find the tools and resources you need to build by some of the greatest names in the marketing world. This was our podcast for today. On our next podcast, we're going to be talking about, are you aiding and abetting a myth? Oh, this is going to be good. I will talk to you later. Bye now. Universe Podcast.